Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. So, I believe we just go into the next morning.
Yes, unless it's exceptionally creepy to stay at Woodvin's house.
It's not creepy. He's invited you to stay with him.
Okay, and he's not secretly the hag and murders me in my sleep.
He doesn't murder you in his sleep, but I can't promise you he's not secretly a hag.
All right. Let's see. I want to switch out my spells.
Okay.
So I burn a rope trick at some point. Maybe I show Purvin my rope trick.
Do you also show him your pointy hat trick?
My pointy hat trick? I don't want to know what that is.
Oh. If you guys haven't read them and you're Lord of the Rings fans, go take a look at the Very Secret Diaries.
Oh, okay, yes, I know what you're talking about. What's it? I haven't read that in years.
It's still around on the internet somewhere. You can still find it.
What's it called? The Very Secret Diaries?
The Very Secret Diaries. It's the diaries of the Lord of the Rings characters, if they kept diaries during their adventures. For at least the first two books. Gandalf has got a great pointy hat trick that he keeps showing to all the hobbits.
Oh, God. All right. And I'll memorize ESP in place of my rope trick. I think that's good. I don't know what to expect from this hag, but we'll find out. I'm good at flying by the seat of my pants. I think I want to cast Displace Self before I see her, though. So it's like, let me check the time on that. So Purvin's going to come with me?
Yeah, he's going to show you the way to her lair.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we set out.
He asks where your horse is, but I think you've probably explained to him.
Yeah, I mean, I would have shown him the spell if we got to it at some point last night.
He leads you down the river, down Crystal Run ways.
Should I ride? Did I ask him if he? So does he bring up the horse?
No, he doesn't have a horse. He just walks.
Yeah. Okay.
And leads you to a thicket of woods, which from the outside looks like any other thicket of woods. But as you approach, and he kind of goes around this large tree, past an unusually large boulder that just happens to be sitting only like a quarter buried. You come across an area where entire trees have their trunks just bent and wrap around each other to kind of form a yurt-like structure. Just made from bent tree trunks. Their bark is withered, and some of it looks like it's rotting. You see maggots crawling around through the branches, across the trunk, through the bark. He stops on the outside of this very dark and shadowy entrance and gives you a look that says, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
I give him a look back that says, "I don't know." Did I rememorize Phantom Steed, or could I have switched that out?
You could have switched it out if you would have liked.
Yeah, I think Wraith form is more effective. Poor Fly always gets neglected.
Yeah. When you visit the airship, you'll need it.
I should ask. Have I asked Purvin about that?
Nope.
Was that before I even heard of it? I can't even remember. All right, back to reality, or something like it. The hag's hut, or her gnarled little wooden house. How big is it?
Maybe 15 feet across.
And is there a door, or just
I would say 10 feet
shadowy
across.
entrance?
It's a shadowy entrance. There's no light within. It seems like the trunks and branches are wrapped so tightly as to block all sunlight. This would be the only entrance, is this narrow... It's not even a doorway, it's just a gap between some trunks.
Mm-hmm.
He motions for you to approach.
I take a step forward, Actually, I'd pull out a piece of Displacer Beast hide and let's do ESP first. Actually, I'm gonna pull out a copper coin and just cast ESP before even going closer towards the hut.
Okay.
Whatever you'd call it, the cabin. It's just looks like a natural structure. Somehow she wove the wood.
Some sort of twisted natural structure.
All right, and with ESP, what is the range and things? 5 yards per level, so 35 yards.
Yeah.
Am I close? Am I within 35 yards?
Yes. Yeah. You're within 20 feet.
Okay.
You cast ESP and probe the hut.
Hmm.
You feel a malevolent mind within.
What's she thinking about? Just killing babies and...
You start to get a splitting headache as you probe her mind. It racks your head and feels like your brain is splitting in two. And a loud noise echoes through your brain like static and fire.
I smile and embrace the new experience.
It grows louder.
I disconnect or whatever. I get it. She has some sort of scrying protection on, and I don't know if I can cancel. I guess I probably don't want to think about. I'll catch Purvin's thoughts. I was thinking maybe I should just ESP myself so I don't have to hear what's going on in that freaky old head of his. But next round,
you could also switch it to a non-target, just like to know.
No. I'll listen to Purvin's inner monologue as I cast a Displace Self. I wonder if could I roll a spellcraft check to see if I would know anything about scrying protection?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a spellcraft check.
I think it's dope. Roll 20 crash, just a second. 16. I think it's up to 17. Sorry, roll 20's loading.
It's okay. Before you get a chance to cast
would she have gotten an alarm that like someone was trying to scry on her, or would it just have blocked the attempt? Or is her thinking so otherworldly that I just couldn't make sense of it?
You rolled a 35, so this could have been some sort of feedback loop where if she was scrying, ESPing you, and you were ESPing her, you guys both got some sort of like ESP feedback echo of each other's minds that just shattered you. So before you get it, as you go to like start casting Displace Self, a voice calls out from within. Well, who are you that comes to my lair? Purvin.
A lair, that's what they call it. I couldn't remember. I was calling it a cabin and a hut. This is definitely a lair.
Purvin, my old friend, who have you brought me? I hope he tastes as delicious as his mind is.
She hasn't revealed herself, right? She's just shouting.
It's not a shout, but yes, it's a call from within.
Yeah, I go right into casting Displace Self.
Okay. Your spell goes off, and you shimmer and appear somewhere that you are not. Shimmering stops after the spell's cast. Emerging from the darkness, only halfway, so she's still mostly shrouded, is an old woman. She's short, maybe 5'2". Her skin is this sickly green pallor. Her hair is near black. She has amber eyes. And she has scraggly hair. Her clothes are tattered and ragged, and she leans heavily on an oaken cudgel that's maybe about her same height, maybe 5 feet tall.
I clutch my own bronze cane.
Her amber eyes kind of pierce towards you.
I think self-consciously use my other hand to accidentally brush against my amulet and consider casting the True Seeing, but I don't know what Purvin would think.
Wait.
I am Georg. And then I realize I was only super self-conscious about speaking up and look over to Purvin. What's he thinking?
Purvin's thinking, well, I hope she doesn't eat him.
I smile awkwardly and dopily as I look back to this. She just looked that. I wouldn't describe her as a hag from what you said. She's just a harmless old lady.
Sickly green skin, amber eyes.
Oh, she's got green skin?
Yeah.
And huge claws that could tear me to shreds? Or are those...
as you pay attention, yes, you notice her hand that's around the staff has inch-long nails that aren't they're not nice fingernails, they're twisted claws. And as you take a closer look at her skin, which is hard to see in the shadows, but her hand is far enough out that you can get a good look at it. It looks rough, like bark of a tree or something. And maybe it's just a trick of the light and shadow, but are there maggots crawling out of her skin? Yes, you're Georg. And you are here.
I consciously try to suppress my own surface thoughts as I send the ESP back to her.
The feedback starts again immediately.
Yeah, I think I ignore it and see, I assume that if I'm doing this to her, she's doing it to me, so I...
The conversation stops as the feedback loop between the two of you grows. We're going to do opposed willpower checks to see who can hold it the longest before breaking.
Oh, damn. Willpower checks or saves?
I'm going to do a willpower check.
Okay. My willpower is 14, but my roll is shite.
Yeah, you break will before her.
Mm-hmm. And I'm no longer able to ESP on her, or I...
yeah, your ESP goes off of her.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I try to consciously center myself and not let my mind wander to any surface thoughts I wouldn't want to. And of course, thinking along those lines, you immediately start thinking about...
Don't think about pink elephants. What are you thinking about? Pink elephants. She gives a bit of a cackle. Purvin, I think you've managed to drudge up someone even more powerful than you. Come here, little one. Young one. Your flesh is so supple.
I take a few steps forward. Actually, it is. I'm healthy and soft. I don't know about soft. I'm not as chubby as I was when I showed up, but I'm all full of souls, at least. As full of life as I've ever been. I step closer.
Okay. She steps out into the light a little bit more. Her face is still fairly shrouded, but light is cast on her clothes and legs and arms now. Her amber eyes kind of the only source of color in the darkness. Tell me, boy, what do you seek?
The meaning of life.
There is no meaning to life. We are a cruel trick of the gods.
I smile and keep walking closer. Then how do you control that which you do not understand? It is said down below this valley that you have the power to make life.
I do.
At your hands. And I look at her creepy, gnarled claws wrapped around this quarterstaff. Is she staying exactly where she was and just letting me walk?
Yeah, how close do you approach?
A comfortable speaking range, I guess. So then, I'm trying to get a better look at her.
10 feet. That's a pretty standard, comfortable speaking range if you want to keep your distance. 5 feet is like casual speaking range. 10 feet.
And I'm
is...
like subconsciously just like clutching my staff. I mean, not that it'll do me much good if she tries to. Actually, my dagger is probably the place to go. So I'm like rehearsing my mind how to quickly draw my dagger and defend myself, or if she. And then I realized I probably wouldn't stand a chance. I remember to breathe.
Young boy, you are wiser than your age presents. I see within you the mind of another. One older that resides within you. One beyond this realm.
I've been told before that I'm an old soul. I am what sort of master of space and time would I be if I... Well...
Master of space and time, indeed. You control things beyond the scope of man. I see within you the smallest of things. But tell me, why do you wish to create life? You have no lover? You have no wife? You have no love inside you whatsoever.
Excuse? I don't laugh awkwardly. I mean, Ryan does, but I don't. Maybe Georg's as awkward as I am. That's a rude thing to say. Maybe I'm just self-conscious because that's one sphere of magic that has always eluded me.
What life?
Who are you to say that it is not a woman I love that I wish to?
She cocks her head and gazes intently at you.
Caught in my own bluff and unable to talk my way out of it.
Curiosity is different than love.
In any case,
you wish to love.
What is the price for life? I have to tell you, out there on the open market, I don't think it fetches much. I'm curious, what does it take to create it? I look to Ivan.
Corvin has...
He's behind me, isn't he?
He's behind you a few steps.
Mm-hmm. Did he follow closer, or is he still back out at like 35 yards or whatever it was?
Yeah, he's back like 20 feet behind you, just
that's not... Okay.
He's not super far. She goes, I see within you things. What do you have to offer me? What do you control that is of value to me? Open your mind. Let me see inside you.
Ma'am. Yeah, I do my best. I mean, I don't have any anti-scrying protection aside from the conceal alignment cast on my amulet.
Right.
But we're gonna try and negotiate on my level.
For whom do you seek this life? The price depends on the person.
I don't quite follow that logic, but I suppose magic works a little differently in your lair. Look, can I inspect her residence more closer now that I'm almost at the entrance?
There are... It looks like the roots of trees have come up to form the legs of tables across which boards have been placed. There are a few things here or there. You see a pile of bones kind of stashed on one side. A group of roots have come up and been covered with ferns and leaves to create a sort of sleeping bed. There is a pit dug on the back side with some branches, or maybe they're roots from the ground that have come over to cross it to form kind of like a grate over this pit.
This is next door to the...
No, this is inside her.
So most of her hut is taken up with a pit.
It's not a very big pit. It's
not a very big hut.
The hut's 10 feet across, the pit's like 4 feet across, and there's a bed, and there's like a this table space, and that's pretty much
it's just a creepy little nest with possibly some humans or some food in that pit there.
Yeah, there's not a lot to it.
I look okay. She
asked who you're doing this for.
Yeah.
Come now, don't be shy. If we're creating life, we must know each other intimately.
Why, a beautiful lady passed her time, or perhaps she never... She had a kid, right? Mm-hmm. Only the one, though?
Only the one.
Yeah. Wishes to reclaim the gift that she once had. Does the name matter? Or do you wish to know her sign of birth? Which I actually don't think I have, do I?
Mm-mm. All things matter. Tell me what her name is.
Dissect, I say. Do I even know her first name?
Lisa.
Lisa? All right, I don't know that I'd heard that. But
you would have heard it from Baron's song once upon a time.
All right. Then I probably would have said her first name first then. Lisa. Lisa Dissect.
And does this Lisa Dissect have a husband of equal stature? Of equal birth?
That is the plan, anyway. And they wish to make beautiful little lords and lordlings to carry on their legacy of hegemony.
Such a noble cause. Certainly one worth twisting the fabrics of reality for.
I chuckle. Not sure if that was a joke or...
I will do this task for you, but there is a price.
There always is.
I am hungry, Georg. I am so very hungry.
Damn it. Do hags eat horses? Can I conjure a phantom steed and let her eat that? Which I don't have memorized today. What is your taste?
I will find my food. You will take me to... And she focuses and seems to be twisting her mind on yours.
Misty Rapids.
Yes, to Misty Rapids. You will take me the long way. Through Shybrook. Through Thornwood. I will feed. And when we arrive... The husband shall give me a child as well.
I think my surface thoughts are of Shybrook, whether I can help it or not. Mm-hmm. Maybe just like an image of the sheriff's house burned to the ground and like ashes and cinder.
No, child.
Still going.
No. We must not exhaust our food supply. It would be poor planning.
Is Purvin within earshot?
Yeah, he can hear this entire conversation.
Can I gauge his reaction? Has it been 7 minutes? Can I ESP onto him?
Yeah, you can still ESP onto him. Okay. His reaction is surprisingly mundane. It's just like I knew there was.
It's time to pick those raspberries.
Well, she's a hag. This is what she does. I wonder if Georg's, how shocked he is over this. But the hag looks back to you again and says, "This husband shall give me a child, and you shall escort me on your arm through the lands while I feed."
My face sort of turns into one of disgust.
Does my appearance frighten you? Does it shock you? How about now, she says, as her body twists and transforms into that of a beautiful woman who's like 5'11", long golden hair that's like already wrapped in a beautiful braid, in silken gowns with delicately embroidered boots and flowers in her hair. She looks to be no more than 20 years old, probably closer to 17 or 18, with perfect complexion, but still kind of striking amber eyes. She says in her still hag-like voice,
I catch
"Do
my
not
breath.
fear, Georg. They will not see."
But I can, I say, and I meet her gaze.
She takes a step closer. She's 5 feet away from you now. Her twisted, gnarled hand is now gentle and smooth.
Georg started this campaign at 5'10". He was only 17, so maybe he's grown since then. Or maybe he looks up into the hag's eyes. Slightest. Oh, she's probably barefoot, right?
She's got boots on. I think you're the same height.
Okay.
She's 5'10"-ish, 5'11"-ish, whatever.
Yeah. Meeting her gaze. I see right through you.
She takes 2 steps closer to you, and if you don't move, she's inches from your face now.
No, I totally let it, and I actually will. I'll rotate and extend an elbow, and be like, "Are you ready to leave right now, milady?" And stick out a crook to escort her down the valley.
She gives a hideous crackle of laughter, which partway through transforms into just a lovely lady's voice, laughing, as if someone told a funny joke, or if she was happily riding her horse through some hills. All semblance of the witch are gone. The staff has dropped to the ground. Porvin stands as the two of you look. He gives his head a bit of a shake and says, "Well, Georg, perhaps you can come back and we'll trade spell books later. Don't be a stranger, friend."
Yeah, I think I ignore him, lost in the hag's eyes. Does she try to take my elbow?
She does.
I will note that her first attempt automatically misses because I am not where she thought I was, and she realizes, oh shit, he's too. Yeah.
I wonder if EXP would affect that at all. Probably not.
I don't know if I know where I am enough.
Yeah.
That's certainly not a surface thought, like your innermost reptile brain proprioception of where your body is in the fabric of space and time.
Yeah, so she kind of reaches for your arm and misses, and reaches for you again, and then
I think I chuckle and
her beautiful young face cracks and turns back to a hag's face for just a moment as she cackles gleefully. "Oh, you're full of surprises." And it melds back again. She reaches around and eventually finds you.
I don't think I don't escort her by the elbow all the way down the mountain. Are you kidding? I think
she reaches out to find you at least, and
okay.
Makes contact with you. You can still feel her spiky nails on you, despite her, normal hands.
And I guess we go. I don't have my phantom steed today, so I guess we're walking.
Yeah. Okay.
It's morning, though.
It is. The two of you are going to make it towards Shybrook. It is going to be like a 2-day walk with her. And I don't know if this makes you feel better or if this makes you feel more uncomfortable, but she maintains her youthful appearance the whole way.
I think it makes me feel way better. Are you kidding? Having to look at the like creepy supernatural epitome of beauty compared to a old withered hag running around on her knuckles, and I don't know.
All right.
I always imagined hags in their natural form looking like I mean, because they've got like 18 plus strength.
18-100 strength, ogre strength.
Yeah, I imagined them with like freaky, disproportionate, like gorilla arms with like nasty claws at the end.
In my mind, it's always been magical strength. Like they've got these long skin, long thin, frail arms that when they grab things, just snap them like unnaturally magically strong.
I see. I'd still much rather look at the
beautiful young lady.
Yeah, on a scale of 3 to 18, how would I rate her? Or is she off the charts?
On a scale of 3 to 18, she's probably like a 16 or 17.
Okay, so strategically still a normal-looking person.
Yeah,
aside from
an attractive young lady, a very attractive young lady, but not magically, like, well, clearly magically, but not ungodly attractive. Not the sort of attraction that would spread rumors through a town.
Mm-hmm. The two of us together?
Just the two of you together. Purvin.
Quite an intimidating pair. Yeah, Purvin is not allowed into Shybrook without his pants on.
He takes his leave.
Mm-hmm. Georg probably doesn't even notice. He's like too busy having this awkward staring contest with the hag. Does she make conversation as we head down the mountain?
Out the valley?
Yeah, out the valley.
She will make conversation if you start it, but she doesn't have much to say. It's probably a little unnaturally quiet.
No, I'm fine to leave it at that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do while you head to Shybrook?
I think I'm all plans and schemes. I didn't get to learn water breathing. I was supposed to go all the way. Could I have copied? How long does it take to copy down a spell? Does that take days?
It takes days, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so on the way to Shybrook.
Yeah.
The creepiness probably disappears for you as the days pass.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling like a badass. Are you kidding? Wait, the days pass?
It takes 2 days to get to Shybrook.
Really?
Yeah. It's like 24 miles as the crow flies, but you've got to like wind along this river, which I'm going to say doubles your time.
Yeah, I guess I don't bother with it. I guess tomorrow, but I guess, so we spend a night in the woods.
Yes. And that night she bends some small saplings and trees to kind of like form a cover. It's not nearly as imposing as her house, and it's not
does she do it
full trunks. It's just like small things curve around to make a little shelter.
Does she do this Bear Grylls style with her hands, or does she like cast magic?
She uses magic to do it.
Is there room for me in there?
There is just enough room for the two of you if you cozy up and cuddle real close.
Joke's on her. I got too much stuff to fit. And my pockets explode, leaving piles of knickknacks all around me, and I just curl up and nest in my... I don't know if I have that much stuff. It's probably a lot of little things.
Yeah.
I've got a full character sheet, though. A couple extra stabs.
Well, the two of you...
The odd tool. So no, I sleep outside against the weird little hut.
You do not enter the hut with her. You sleep out in the elements.
God. No, and when we get to town, we're getting separate in rooms.
Okay. Another day passes as you adventure down the river, and she lets you know that these lands are filled with all sorts of monstrous creatures who leave us be because I am here. The crocodiles, the bullywugs, the beasts that displace themselves like you.
There are displacer beasts in this valley?
Oh, There are things beyond your comprehension. There is a great curse upon this valley. A great curse beyond myself.
Yes, and that curse flows downstream into the drinking water in Shybrook. Have you been there recently?
Define recently. Anyway, you guys make it into Shybrook that next evening.
On the far side of the
you find yourself on the far side of the river.
But Georg has just the trick for that. Hold on a second. How much do I think she weighs? A normal lady weight?
Yeah, so she's probably 100 and... Well, so she's in her old woman form, she looks like she'd probably be 120 to 140 pounds. She's a little bit taller now, so she's probably like 140 to 150 pounds.
Okay, yeah. So under 250. So I don't need to feather fall her supernaturally dense muscular body before I teleport across the river.
No.
What's the span of the river?
I would say it's like 200 feet.
Oh, easy peasy. But okay. Where, might I ask, is the Half Pint in town? Is it on the waterfront or is it?
No, the Half Pint is in the town square.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah, I was thinking to like teleport right into the building.
No. There is a bar that overlooks the town square. That overlooks the river.
Okay. So I will walk, unless she like starts leading the way. I want to walk across the river from whatever waterfront tavern there is, and teleport us like right into the bar, so no one will have seen us enter necessarily. So if I can like see a spot on the balcony where I can just like bring us to an empty table on the outside, or
yeah,
we literally Thanks, Red Resistance. We literally are the perfect couple. I'm a super badass evil wizard and a hag disguised as one of the most beautiful women in the town.
Yes. So you teleport yourself right into the balcony on the riverside.
I look to, I don't even know what to call her.
The Fish is the name of the tavern.
Okay. I look to my companion and say, "Give me your hand." And if she takes my hand, poof, with but an utterance, we are however many 200 yards across the river. Yeah, I guess you said it's only 100 feet, but
200 feet, yeah.
200 feet. Well within my range for Dimension Door. And we are all of a sudden in the bar.
On the balcony of the Fish.
I go, I've been in the woods. I go procure a little taste of civilization from the bar, and I guess it takes there's a minute of reeling, isn't there?
Yeah, you guys.
And hopefully no one noticed.
There was not very many people on the balcony at the time. And as you step in to the Fish,
I'm wondering if I should fly my banner or stick it in my pocket. I think and I'm kind of on duty, aren't I? Right.
Technically speaking. Anyway, as you step in, you realize that this is maybe not the appropriate place for a lady to be.
Oh, okay, no, let's get out of here.
This is a dirty, smelly, nasty bar. There are brigands and probably thieves all about you. The bartender clearly has 3 fingers on one hand, and you guys turn heads as you walk in.
Ah, fuck. I want a Dimension Door just right back out.
Do you?
They would all see, wouldn't they?
They would all see.
Yeah, no, I'm just, oh God. I think I'd like walk straight out.
Okay.
I'm sure, dude, she's a hag. She just like smells them and thinks how delicious their flesh would taste.
She is probably not offended.
Yeah. So we leave. No one knows how we got there or how we slipped in unnoticed. Maybe. That did not have the effect I was imagining.
Nope.
Even the Half Pint isn't that cool, is it?
Half Pint's a cool place.
Okay. Let's go walk down the street to the Half Pint. Do they have rooms in the Half Pint?
No, they do not.
Well, I go make my way down the street. Do you...
All right, so you make your way down the street until you get to the town square, where the Half Pint is. The Half Pint, the Den are the two taverns there, and the Shybrook Inn is there. Yeah.
Shybrook, that's right. We definitely get separate in rooms at the Shybrook.
Sure. That just goes into your monthly cost. You don't have to worry about it.
Yep, I put it on my company credit card.
It's late, and the innkeeper.
It is.
It's
is
late.
It late.
Yeah, it's late. I mean, it's the sun is going down. It's not all the way down. But the innkeeper kind of gives you a queer look. Looks at your emblem.
Yeah, I was just thinking I should have shoved it in.
His head a little bit. He goes, yeah, of course, sir. We've got 2 rooms for you, right over here. He leads you over, seeming a little perplexed. Maybe he thinks he recognizes you, but can't quite place it, sort of thing.
I shouldn't. I immediately shove my goddamn tabard into one of my pockets and realize I should have done that sooner. But oh well. So we get 2 in rooms for the night, and then do we head to Half Pint for dinner? Is that how? Or do they feed you in inns?
They feed. There's food
I
if
guess,
you want it badly enough.
What does milady want? I don't know that I say as such, but does she?
Oh, don't worry. I'll find something to eat later tonight.
Well, then, I guess I'll be...
Oh, I'll find my way back. Don't worry, I'm just going to go for a stroll about town. She gives you a bit of a wave and walks back out into the town as you get ready to go to bed.
Okay. Ooh, I had how many nights after the spider? I got at least 1 restful night at Purvin's, right?
Yes, and 1 restful night in the woods, and this will be your 3rd restful night.
Okay. So I'm at 13. I'll be at 14 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I go to sleep. Okay. Are we? How long? We're just traveling through, aren't we?
Yep. You're just traveling through.
Oh, God.
Can your horse carry both of your weight?
I haven't summoned the horse.
No, but in theory, could it? I'm asking.
It can carry some amount of weight. Let me check. Phantom Steed can carry... 10 pounds per caster level. Not going to happen. I could do it for a short burst if I...
Featherfall her?
I featherfall her and or reduce her.
Okay.
Or myself. How long is that between the 2? I could memorize. I could use all of my 1st level spell slots to learn featherfalls. Or I think reduce lasts longer. 5 rounds per level. Featherfall. Oh, featherfall is 1 round per level. So reduce. How many reduces could I cast?
Well,
5 times 35. That's still only a couple hours. 3 hours.
All right.
So no.
Okay. The night passes uneventfully.
I wonder if it'd be worth getting a horse. Okay. I'll reconvene with her in the morning and see what she wants to do.
She is already downstairs in the very, very small common room the next morning.
Yeah, I take an extra 10 minutes in the morning, stuffing all my pockets, grumbling about my how much shit I got. Maybe getting all geared up.
You notice her
into my amulet.
You notice she seems to be picking her teeth with what looks to be like the end of a finger bone or something when you come down in the morning.
I assume she's covering her tracks and approach.
Shall we continue? There are many miles left to cover.
Do you... Yes. You prefer to walk?
Do you have another means of travel?
My steed can carry but one. Unless I cast two. I can cast 2 phantom steeds.
Yeah?
I would have to... Okay, yeah. Oh, God, how do I can't. Let's... Can I burn spells early in the morning? Like, Can we head outside of town and burn a lightning bolt?
Just like summon a lightning bolt.
I'll do it like straight up in the air or something so that it... Yeah. But maybe the fine folk of Shybrook saw in the early hours of the morning a lightning bolt or a striking in broad, clear daylight just north of town.
And then you summon 2 phantom steeds?
Yeah, so I have to burn lightning bolt and wraith form.
You only have 2 third-level spell slots?
I have 3, but one of them is blink. Well, I have 2 plus my 1 specialist.
Okay. Well then.
Does she seem bemused by this decadent display of magical prowess? Lightning bolts, and then I turn myself into a wraith, and then I study for 20 minutes and summon 2 phantom steeds.
It's 10 minutes of study per spell level, so you study for an hour.
Oh wait, I have to memorize 2 phantom steeds. Oh yeah, 10. No, it's 1 minute per spell level, right? Oh no, it's 10
minutes. Yeah.
Jesus.
So you cast a lightning bolt, you turn into a wraith, and you're like, hold on, and pull out your books and sit under a tree.
Yeah. Does the sheriff of Shybrook come on out looking for what caused this lightning bolt?
You know, that's a good point. You are out there for a while studying and everything. I think.
I walked a good ways out of town, but
sure. I think maybe 20 minutes after your lightning bolt spell gets cast. Let's call it half an hour, like in between your studying of spells. Tyrus Bellows shows up on horseback with looks like 2 other soldiers behind him. He rears his horse around and kind of takes a look about and goes, "You there, wizard! Were you the one casting such spells out here? Is that lightning bolt of your creation?"
Like, I shouldn't even have asked.
Yeah, you totally could have gotten away with that.
We're gonna do this here and now.
You don't have to do anything.
I want to keep studying and get the fuck out of here, but I glance up at Tyrus and then back to my book. And
as you look up to
my
him,
teeth,
like a look of recognition passes over him. He glowers at you.
I guess I stand up. How close did he get with?
Like 50 feet. Well, you would have noticed him coming down the road. The woman with you says, "My dear man, we meant no harm. This companion of mine was simply showing off his tricks. But if you'd like to come closer, I'm sure he would be happy to show you a trick or 2 of his own."
My eyes narrow at recognition of Tyrus. How far off did I realize it was him? I'm not...
Probably not until he started speaking, because you were in study, and you're looking up from studying your book when this man starts talking to you, and there's this...
Screw this guy and his stupid name. I think I might have... I haven't seen him in a long time. Is he, like, going for his blade?
No, he's not. He's sitting on his horse, looking at you, and you're sitting or standing, looking at him, and the tension is quite palpable in the air. And then Tyrus...
I assume my wraith form has expired by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said 20 minutes. Yeah.
Tyrus just rears his horse, turns around, and rides back into town with his men, leaving you out there.
Should have memorized a rope trick and cast that into the air. feel like I swore I was going to kill him the next time I saw him or something. Maybe that wasn't it. I think I just told him that if he wanted his dagger back, he'd have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands. But that was just a message. I don't know what he actually got. Fuck that guy and his stupid name. I sit down and keep memorizing.
It's a wonderful name of your own creation. I've turned against you.
Yeah, some goody two-shoe sheriff or something.
All right, so you get on your phantom steeds and you head over to Thornwood. And more or less the same thing happens. You guys get a room. The hag goes out at night. You find her the next morning, already awake. Not sure if she even went to sleep or not. But she does have a bed back home, so supposedly she does sleep. And as you guys are leaving Thornwood the next day, you hear the guards at the gate talking about a gruesome murder that they found. Just kind of discussing, like, oh my god, by the time we got there, like, most of the flesh had already been ripped off the body. It was just, like, the sinew and organs left in place. What could do such a thing? Oh, god, horror, But it's just the chatter of guards. It could be unrelated. You have a sinking suspicion it's not. And if you also double Phantom Steed, you can arrive back at Misty Rapids by the end of that day.
Yeah. Okay.
All
cool. Right. Whatever. I would have glowered at her over leaving evidence, but I guess if she ate all the evidence except for a few splatters of blood. Does she not have bloodstains on her clothes? Does she just like strip naked and run a hag like through the streets, or have a cantrip spell to clean her garments?
You're not sure how it works, but she doesn't appear to be bloodied.
She might be better at this than I am.
All right. You guys move on to Misty Rapids, and we're going to take a break here just as you guys arrive in... Well, you probably don't stop in town, so as you arrive at the keep is when we'll break it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see you guys on the other side of our break when we do our last section of today's show. See you guys in a few minutes.